What's up, my lovelies? Thank you so much for being back to my channel. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. So I'm just gonna delve right into why I think you're here. So today we're gonna be talking, guys, heart to heart. See, I am sitting and talking to you guys from my heart because I really did not want one more person to make the kinds of mistakes I made. Of course, I'm really thankful to God, because one thing about God, when you trust in God, He knows how to reroute your steps, even when you think you know it all and you're making a mistake, but He knows how to reroute your step. But the only thing is the time that you would waste trying to get back on course. You know what I mean? Because definitely there are certain things I wish I knew before getting my degree in psychology, and today I'm going to be sharing 5 of them, and I really hope this will help somebody that is maybe undecided at this point and thinking of possibly looking at an option in psychology. So I'll share with you some of the things I wish I'd done differently before choosing my major. So I'm just going to get right into it. The first thing I'm going to establish, and I hope you guys know that while psychology is a very popular major in college, a lot of people, at least one, this is just my own statistics, at least when I was in school, my own statistics is at least 1 out of every 10 people you meet in college is taking a major or is majoring in psychology. So if you think to yourself, why is psych so darn popular? It's because many people are forced into psychology. So the first thing I wish I did was to know what I was getting myself into. Guys, it might not look like a point, but it is a point, and I'll tell you why. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. They just told me, I was already a junior in college. Dude, you have not chosen a major. What's up, girl? So I got that email, and I'm like, oh my God, I started panicking. I'm like, oh, I have to choose a major. They're going to send me out, whatever. And I'd already taken like maybe 2 psych classes. I took an intro to psychology, and I'd also taken, I think it was personality psych. And I really love those classes. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take that. And then I was like taking chemistry. I was taking organic chemistry too, or something like that. One of those very interesting classes. So all the more reasons why I felt inclined to take a to major in psych. But boy, did I know what I was getting into. First of all, I really didn't know a lot about psychology to start off with. I didn't know what the future held. I just knew at this point I have to do this, and I did it. That this is something that I would never advise anybody to do, which takes me to the second point. Before you choose any major in college, don't let anyone push you or kind of make you just feel like, how sometimes you have to make a decision and you have to make it quick. Most decisions that people make like quick, it might not necessarily be the best decision, right? So take a time out. Consult your academic advisor. I honestly consulted my academic advisor once all through my college years, guys. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. I'm telling you. That's the first thing I would recommend as a freshman, especially a freshman that does not know her major or his major, is to talk to an academic advisor. What that person will do for you is pretty much help you identify strengths and your weaknesses, the kinds of classes, and of course, if you've taken some classes, help you see, go over your grade and see the kinds of strength you have, the kinds of classes you're better to excel at. And those are factors. I'm not saying that's a defining reason or defining point why you should choose, but those are factors in your consideration as far as which classes to take or what class to major in. So I would highly suggest talk to an academic advisor. Which takes me to the third point. I did not have any psychology related jobs. So literally I was just taking all those classes, really liking them, and I was really doing well. I was getting my A's in my psych classes. I mean, minimum of a B. Honestly, I felt like psych classes, honestly, they're really okay with giving people B's. But for you to get the A, you have to work. Many people with psych degree, they will get B's here every now and then, but like getting that A, man, you have to work. But that's besides the point. Anyways, I did not get any job. Like the first job I got in college was the job I was working at the library. And then someone now told me that, dude, you're gonna get more flexibility if you work in the parking structure, because I went to UIC and they usually have like they have a hospital. And the hospital had a parking structure, and many of the people that kind of were attendants of the parking structure were also students, and they paid them way more than they did in the at the library. And not only that, you can work overnight, and it was just really like, it worked for me. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna apply, and I applied and I got in. Anyways, So I honestly did not do any like psych related job. The only kind of medically related thing I did was when I volunteered, and I shared that also when I volunteered at the hospital. So I volunteered at UIC Hospital, the pediatric unit, and honestly that's another story on its own. But I didn't do anything psych related. I didn't know anybody psych. I was just literally taking all these classes just wanting to graduate. So I would really I guess suggest okay, so I'll tell you how it hurt me personally. Why not taking any kind of jobs or experience was when I graduated. Honestly guys, it was really, really bad. I mean, I'll show jobs my transcripts, I show them, you know, that I'm able to do this work, and they're like, I'm sorry. There was one woman, she literally looked at me, she's like, I honestly know you'd be a great addition to this team, because I was being interviewed by 5 people. That was most people I've been ever interviewed at the same time, right? She's like, but you don't have experience. Many times we don't mind getting 50% experience with you having 50, and we will train you on 50, but you literally came with 0. So that really, really, really hurt me, and I ended up settling. I ended up getting a job, which was a great job, and I got promoted fast. But it wasn't like a job that one should be getting when you just got a degree. You know, like you paid all that money. Anyways, for the 4th point I'm gonna share with you guys, for those of you that are already in the psych degree, like if you're already taking psych classes right now and you're already a psych major, please focus on your statistics classes, focus on your research design classes. I didn't really focus on that because, of course, you guys know I was a pre-med student, so I'd already done a lot of the math, a lot of the, you know, higher level math. I've done like, I think 1 semester of physics, I've done orgo and all that stuff. But when I switched to psychology, for whatever reason, I thought the math brain in my head has kind of shot. So I literally just went by. I got a B in statistics, but it literally was just like, I really didn't care. I didn't pay attention to SPSS. I didn't pay attention to a lot of those softwares. And those are literally what many people use. I mean, not so much SPSS, to be honest. I mean, yeah, some companies still use it. They use more of like SAS and like other like analysis that are a lot easier to use or whatnot. But just focus on your design, your research methods, all that good stuff, because you don't know where you would need it. Like right now, there's so many areas of psychology. You know, there's school psychology, there's clinical, there's counseling, there's family, there's IO psychology, which is what I'm currently doing right now. I'm getting a higher degree in, which is industrial organizational psychology, right? There's so many types. School, I don't know if I mentioned school, they're like maybe 6 like areas in psychology. So if you just say, oh, I'm getting a psych degree, you don't know which one. So you can be so stranded when you get out of college and you don't really know where to fit in, which is also another really pro, like it's a pro of psychology, which is that you are very marketable. Like you can literally go into a lot of fields, you know what I mean? But it really does help when you have that kind of goal in mind, a long-term goal as far as what you want to do, and those kinds of things will kind of shape what you do when you're in college, right? The 5th and final thing, which I wish honestly that I did, and to be honest with you, to be fair on myself, my last year in college, I actually was looking everywhere for this, but I didn't quite find someone, which is to get a career mentor. So get a career mentor in psychology. So whatever field of psychology that you wish you would want to work in or know more about, find someone who is already working in that field, like who is already practicing, and, you know, let them take you under your wings, you know, develop a rapport. That's one thing I feel like mentoring is all about rapport. You can't just force people to be your mentor, right? There has to be that mutual rapport, and just asking them questions, seeing their day-to-day, even asking them if you can shadow, because the more you know, honestly, the more it prepares you for the world out there. Just a free pointer for you to know, a lot of people that are actually serious about this field end up getting like at least a master's degree in psychology. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to make some money, you know, you just have that as, you know, something that's part of your future. I mean, you don't need to consume yourself with that right now if you're still an undergrad. Just focus on learning as much as possible. Develop great relationship with your teachers. Make sure even your teachers can be your mentors, because you never know where they've worked. Some of them are consultants and they're also you know, teaching part-time or whatever. Just, you know, make sure you have that good relationship with your teachers, because you never know what the future will hold. Like, you know, but that's all for now. Those are 5 things that I wish I knew before getting a degree in in psychology. So you guys that would like to share, if you have gotten a degree in psychology or you're considering, please shoot your questions. I'm not saying I can answer everything, but if you have questions, do not hesitate to just list them below. And if I'm not able to answer it, trust me, I have loads of people that I know I can, ask those questions to, and they probably will give you a more preferable answer. So thank you so much for sticking to this point in the video, and I hope it was informative. Please share. If this does not apply to you and you know someone that needs that is considering a psych degree, I'm sure 1 or 2 things I shared would help them. So that's all for now, and thank you so much.